So as you can see, we got our $1 million plaque.
Million
subscriber plaque, and then we got our multiple
$1 million?
100,000. Well, some say it is, but I don't think it's really gold. But my actual favorite,
a lot of money.
it does, and then the silver ones too. Like if that's all solid, that's quite a bit of money. And then
So welcome to Scrapyard Wars. You guys might be wondering, what's up with all the mad stacks? Well, this Scrapyard Wars is going to be a little bit different. We are going to build a computer. We are going to build a good value computer, but there is no set budget. The challenge today with our special guest, Austin Evans, is to build the best bang for the buck computer. We'll be using 5 different benchmarks: Tomb Raider, Far Cry 4, Cinebench, PC Mark, and 3D Mark Firestrike, to determine who has gotten the most possible value for their money.
Scrapyard Wars!
All right, friends.
Oh, jeez.
Boom.
Care package from D-Brand. D-Brand skinned. Ah, yes, sirs. So we got an S6 Edge Plus. We got a Note 5. And we got, yes, my friends, MacBook Airs for all.
It's what I always wanted.
Okay.
So these are the tools that we'll be using to do all of our scrapyard warring. Thanks to D-Brand. Let's see, I think my MacBook Air is supposed to be like a special one, so.
Orange?
Ooh, yes, I believe that one. That one is it. So you guys can flip over the other two because I am totally going for it. This is a new orange finish from them that looks absolutely sick, although I gotta say, I like the wood grain.
That orange is pretty nice.
It would match my wood grain if I got wood grain on the laptop.
No wood?
Sure. I'd always want wood.
Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I got my D-Brand phone. I got my chest strap done up.
Oh, you got the real stuff right there.
Yeah, you got the real stuff right there.
ready.
Yeah, me too, bro. So let's go. No holds barred. Scrapyard Wars.
No holds barred?
Peace, bros.
Wait, actually I need my laptop. Where did my laptop go? Here it is. Okay.
I really have to pee.
Let's go, dude. How do we get out of here? Okay. All right, so basically my plan right now is... Oh, there we go, okay. Totally thought the door was locked. All right, so the plan right now is to just get out of here. So I think it looks way more legit if we're like not here. So
Where are we going?
it's a great question. Let's not be here. Let's just drive a little ways and figure this out. So,
Okay, potential problem number 1. I actually haven't even done any pre-thought. I've been so busy that I haven't had any time to figure out how I'm gonna tackle this challenge. Potential problem number 2. There's 3 of us this time. There's gonna be Craigslist crap that's listed 2 weeks ago that they get no calls about, and they're gonna have 3 people calling them today. So it is gonna be a race against the clock to win Scrapyard Wars 3. Which obviously means it's a great idea that I'm sitting here on a couch. I should really get going.
So we're gonna try to save some money by avoiding a case and try to build everything onto like a cardboard box or something.
it's all about price to performance. So if I spend like even half the budget, I almost feel like we're gonna go over. Cause I don't know, I'm thinking like $600, $700, something like that. Do you know of a cool spot around here? Like I know my hotel's over here. What's a cool spot like we could hang out?
We're in Langley.
So nowhere.
Oh, that is some wicked gas. We're not in the car yet though, so it's okay. Oh man, oh wow. That is some outdoor grade gas.
One of my biggest concerns is that I think we're going to be fighting for parts. I think we're going to be fighting for parts because I don't think there's actually that many for sale right now. I'm wondering if it has something to do with the Canadian dollar being in the tank at the moment.
Oh my goodness, is that mine?
It was sitting on the ground. It's my tip.
Damn!
Thank you.
So one of our dastardly plans is to send responses from Craigslist ad posters to those guys that they never actually messaged. So we'll try and get them off the trail, get them confused. So we're all gonna be on Craigslist. We're all gonna be trying to find the same deals, or maybe not. Because the way that I see it, there's actually a few different ways to tackle this. We can try and get the cheapest possible computer that is at least capable of running the benchmarks and hope the other guys spend way more. Or we can go for like the traditional bang for the buck PC, somewhere in the $700 to $1,100 range, and win the benchmarks and hope the other guys aren't able to get great value for the dollar. I frankly don't know what the answer is right now.
Yeah. What if we try to do like a $100 gaming PC build? I don't know if it's necessarily going to be awesome, but it's price to performance, right? So if this is as tenth as good as if they spend $1,000, then we actually win. So this could work. It's only $10, and it's even here. This could work. Maybe.
Okay, so I just got a $220 offer on a R9 290.
Box of video cards. Oh, we're calling this guy. We're calling this guy. That looks like an 8600 GTS. Like if we can, just taking up space on a shelf, if we can get that for like $2 or $5 or something, we might be in pretty good shape. It's an option.
So I'm calling the guy with the R9 280 for 130 bucks. I'm gonna offer him 120. If he doesn't take it, I'm still gonna do 130. Can you do 120 bucks? Awesome. When do you want me to come pick it up? Yeah, but Port Moody's like a city. Like I need to know where. Okay, so I got a R9 280 for 120 bucks. I really want to get that 290, but I don't think the price per performance is worth it when the 290 would be over $100, or no, basically exactly $100 more. I don't know. There's some funny math there because you have to calculate in the whole rest of the system as well. But I think a 280 is going to be good, and I think I need to move on to other things. So I'll go with that.
If I'm learning anything from this, is that people like to really overprice their old PC hardware. Like people like to like, oh my 6-year-old gaming PC is worth $800. It was worth $1,200 5 years ago. Like no dude, it's worth like $300, get over yourself.
Canadian used market in general is just because the turnover is so low.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I mean, I'm just seeing tons of junk here. And every once in a while I see something cool. Like, yeah, okay, so this is a GeForce 7900 for $50. I mean, it's got S video on it. It's not gonna be worth $50. I don't care what you say.
Wow, a lot of this stuff is pretty brutal. Is that a 9600 for $10 though? That's not bad. Let's save that in the numbers sheet. The best thing to do, this is gonna be a disadvantage for Austin in this whole competition because he hasn't done this before. But the best thing to do is right in the first couple hours, put out as many feelers as possible.
Yeah, you're right, this does take a long time. I also totally want to find like a pawn shop or something.
Turn off the car.
Oh, dude, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. Yeah, like the car just like runs out.
There's a Q9650 CPU. I'm still potentially interested in that if I can get it for the right price. I think we're gonna need a quad core to win. That Cinebench is gonna make a big difference. I wonder how Austin's doing at this point. Like new city, like he doesn't even know where any of these sub-regions are. Like he's gonna be like, oh, Yaletown, that's probably pretty close.
Okay, I think we might have found something. Here are a pair of 7950 graphics cards for $150, and that's both of them. So basically, one of them, actually they were both used for Bitcoin mining, but I don't really care. As long as it works for long enough where I can actually like benchmark, that could work. $150, where is this? 13th Avenue. Is that Burnaby? Was that anywhere near? Burnaby Newest? Do you have any idea where that is?
Scrapyard Wars will be right back after these messages. This episode of Scrapyard Wars is brought to you by D-Brand, makers of the precision-cut vinyl skins that you'll see on the phones and notebooks of our contestants. They offer a wide variety of styles and colors and support for the coolest devices, including the PlayStation 4, Galaxy Note 5, and iPhone 6s. Protect the body of your devices and make them look great at dbrand.com/scrapyardwars.
I'm trying to work on system. So what I'm trying to find now, I have a graphics card. I'm probably not gonna look for a case. Power supply, I'm probably gonna have to get on its own. So what I'm looking for right now is motherboard, processor, memory, essentially. And a hard drive, I guess. But I might try to sneak an SSD in there if I can. I just don't know if it'll be worth it. Because most of our benchmarks are CPU or GPU.
$60 for an SSD, that could be all right. Maybe.
I think you might be able to get a new SSD for around that price.
It probably wouldn't be that, it's probably not that much cheaper, but we also maybe try to get that guy down a little bit.
So this guy wants $60 for a 120 gig SSD. That is so not happening. $60 firm price. You can buy brand new 240 gigs for $98. So I'll see if I can get him to be a little bit more realistic.
You should know, Luke almost lost his money.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you were interested in selling parts of it at all? Yeah, it's a pretty good point. I was only interested in the motherboard, processor, RAM, and potentially power supply. I call him up and I'm like, are you interested in selling just the parts? And he's like, oh yeah, totally. That was my first idea when I was gonna put it on Craigslist, was I was just gonna part it out. And he ends the phone call like, well, I'm okay with selling the parts if you buy all of them. So far I've got a graphics card that I'm picking up at 3 something. That was a R9 280 for 120 bucks. I don't know if that's like necessarily the best deal I could get, but I wanted to move on to system because I did notice that a lot of my target processors, they're kind of scarce right now. I can't find very many of them. So I had a whole bunch of graphics card options and was like, okay, I just want to get that out of the way. I should have maybe done that later, but whatever. I'm really trying to find my platform right now and having a little bit of trouble with it.
Dude, I think this might be it. $150 for 279.50s? That's gonna kill it. All right, this is we totally need to go this way. So now let's try to find some other parts and let's start calling. That's totally the way to go, dude. That's it. Those are our cards right there.
So for a lot of the components, I'm just gonna be kind of browsing what's out there and buying whatever. But for the graphics card, I think I have to shop a little bit smarter. So I'm gonna be using Anantech's bench repository in order to compare graphics cards across the generations. And then from looking at it briefly, I'm feeling pretty good about the approach of going with a Tahiti-based card. So either a 280 or 280X or a 7950 or 7970. I think that's where we're gonna get the best bang for our buck. So I'm gonna lowball this 280X and kind of go from there.
Okay, so this is how I write a Craigslist email. How's it going? Saw your listing for the pair of 7950s. I plan on building a gaming PC and was wondering if you've made sure they can game. I don't plan on mining, but want to make sure both cards are fully working. Thanks, because I've got to be polite. I'm in Canada. So, fire that off, and hopefully we hear back.
Okay, I'm just being like a little bitch. Hi, I'm contacting you about the 280X for sale. Are you firm on the price? I don't think I can spend that much. Whenever someone contacts you like that, whenever they open with that, they're a loser. Well, not like a loser, but like getting a better price makes you a winner, yo. But being a little bitch. Hey, here's a good deal on an SSD. Let's see if this guy has a phone number. 40 bucks, call. All right, I'm gonna offer 30 for a 120 gig. If I can get it, I'm feeling really good about my storage drive. Who uses a home phone number? I can't even text that. So I'm gonna just, oh man, I'm gonna play every game in the book. SSD on Craigslist. I can come get it today if you can do $30. Do you have anything else for sale? I'm trying to build a budget gaming PC for a friend of mine who's moving away. Who could say no to someone trying to buy a present? Maybe next time it'll be like my sick sister or something. She broke her arm and she can't go out much, so we're getting her a gaming computer. Look, you might be judging me here, but I have a competition to win, so yeah. I did say no holds barred. This is the guy with the lots of older computer stuff. He says, come take a look. Should we just go check it out? Okay, I've come across an interesting discovery. There's a 7950 GX2. That's a dual GPU card. The guy's asking 25 bucks. If I can get that for like $10 or something, I could be in really good shape. No, that's a DirectX 9 part. Okay. I knew when we were choosing the benchmarks that we should have gone with something older than Far Cry 4. But it looks like you have to run it on DX10 or DX11 hardware.
So right now I've switched from buying that R9 280 to an R9 290. I haven't told the 280 guy yet because the 290 guy seems a little bit flaky, so I think I'm gonna wait until I get an actual confirm from him.
So the next problem we have is just having to power these two 7950s. So I started looking around. There are not a lot of power supplies. We might be able to find something used, but just out of curiosity, I looked on NCIX. It's gonna be like $97 to get like a Corsair CX750. We might end up having to buy some new stuff because the options on Craigslist are not as solid as I was hoping. And plus, a lot of these people think that stuff is worth way more than it actually is. So we're super stressed on time right now, so much so that we're having delicious sushi because, you know, we got this. Okay, so I found something decent here. So this guy has an older computer, but he's willing to part it out. So you get a Cooler Master case with a DVD writer for 20 bucks, and there's a power supply, a 500 watt power supply for 30 bucks. That could work, but I don't think the 7950s is not gonna be enough to power them.
What if we get 2 really cheap power supplies?
Oh, and like tape one to the top or something?
Yeah.
Dude, that would be so cool. So like we basically just like have like one 500 watt power supply in the system, and like we like tape another one to the top just to power the other graphics card. I almost want to do that purely because of how ridiculous it would be. It might not even save us any money, but that would be awesome. Now we're gonna go try to hit up some local computer stores, maybe try to find like some used cases. We still need like a motherboard and memory. Okay, so I did not realize this is gonna be an Apple specialist. I mean, we're here, we might as well try. Yo, you have the MacBook, right? Okay, so slight change of plans. We just left the MacBook at the restaurant. No big deal, but that was my bad. So let's try to get back to there before this MacBook gets stolen. I can't believe I just walked off. Neither of us saw that, right?
Next time on Scrapyard Wars, Luke's mom finally gets her revenge on Linus. Austin's surprise visit from a friendly grizzly bear turns hairy. Linus reveals the deep, dark secret behind his obsession with sandals.